Okay, lots of switches to mess with. Well, it's time to wrap up July the 10th, 2014. The best trade of the day came last in the Globex session when we left yesterday, when we said we wanted to sell failure to take out this 6750 area. Produced a huge trade. It was over by the opening of the day session. We had put a question mark this morning around 45. It was the buy point. I thought we could head a little bit lower, get some stops below the overnight session low, and then bring it back. But 45, 47 held, and the market eventually gets back up and retests the 62, 63 area. Right now we got a high that's matched. We got a lower low. So this favors getting short to retest this low right here. And if it holds, we can trade from the long side. The attractor is in the 1950 area, plus or minus a couple. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anybody hear me? Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you hear me now? Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we'll start this baby all over again. Okay, let's wrap up July the 10th, 2014. We have had better trading days in the E-mini, but today wasn't all bad. The best trade started last night on the Globex session when we said sell failure to take out 67, 50, 70. And it produced a trade down to 1945. This morning I thought 35 to 40 would be pretty good support. That's where I hope to buy them up, but we did question the 45, 47 area right here. Said that might hold as support. So what fueled today's rally off the lows? It was really there until the financials closed, and Zero Hedge is saying short covering the most squeezed, the stock positions with the greatest short interest were the strongest performers today. So that would make some sense. What is hard to reconcile with the fundamentals is the fact that this is still a very, very strong market. We are dealing with a P, and the market got pulled back to where it was supposed to get pulled back to, this high volume number. So we can't build volume below this 1950 area. The market can trade back up and retest the current highs. So given the fact that we've got highs that are matched and a new low, this screen favors the seller. You're taking a look at the F2 screen. I can already feel the humidity starting to build here. We're going to make it almost to 90 today, and then tomorrow we're supposed to be pushing 100 once again after an inch and a half of rain officially. So I'll be wet when I get back from the gym tonight. Okay, if you look at the shape of the distribution, the market needed volume from here down to here, and so we got volume coming across here, which pulled the market back to it and stopped it, and we had volume down here which held this. That was created the overnight, held the market, but we can see we got this high volume area right here. So from a fill out to distribution standpoint, if we're going to normalize this, the market needs volume from 65 down to 56, and we got a little bit of that today. Definitely a P from C period. If we put it all together volume wise, looking a D with P leanings. So again, we're in that same situation. As long as we stay below the 67.50 area, this market can sell. As you can see right now, we're right in the middle. 46, 57, 68. So the resistance is 62 to 67, and we've got pretty good support, 51 down to 46. So for Globex only, and I really like the sell side a little better. One more time, we don't have any news to drive the trading tomorrow. The first buy area for Globex is going to be 50.52. Just where support is right now. No news to drive the trading tomorrow. Might get some end of the week short covering out of Europe. And then on the sell side, we're going to sell the 60-62 area, then 65-67. And we'll see what happens. Okay, the 30-year auction today on paper was a good one, but the market drifted lower from there. We have a fairly strong day today. We had a move, pause, move situation for this auction. The high was set on the opening off the weakness in the E-mini. The most normal type of trading day post an auction is a pause day, sideways. And the peak in the knob spread was early this morning at 12 points and 4/30 seconds. We went out at 11:29. So once again, this Monday through Thursday play on the knob spread produces half point to a full point depending on where you take profits, and it's 2 to 3 days exposure at the market, and the dynamic that you're playing off of is dealer support for the market, which they have to do. They're going to take it away. So this one, higher low, higher high. We can buy into weakness to see if we can take the market up. We can sell failure to take out resistance, which currently resides at the 9 to 16 area. You can get the F2 screen, definitely a B after D period. If we put it all together, it's a D. Leaning P. So right now resistance is 8 to 12 and then 16 to 20. We're currently at 3. So last rotate up was 7.5 on the auction. So 7s to 11s. Sell 1. Sell failure to get through that, then our 15 to 19 will be sell 2. If the market's going to be a sell, we should not go above 12. On the buy side, I'm going to lower it a little bit. We're going to make it 29 to 1. And then 21 to 25 for buy 2. No news to drive tomorrow's trading. So end of the week short covering, end of the week long liquidation. And for the Treasury market, the dealers will be doing their thing. Anybody that wanted to buy Treasuries bottom. So should have a fairly quiet day with no news tomorrow, and that tends to yield a trading range. And my guess is we'll see sellers 8 to 12, and we'll have a buyer probably in the 24, 28 area tomorrow. Probably fairly comfortable buy. Okay, looking at the 30-year, the auction took place at 8, so 8 to 12, sell failure to take out 8 to 12. And then 15s to 19s. It would take a meltdown in the stock market to break us out, and that, I mean, that's a possibility, but probably not. And then 29s to 25s for buy 1, and 17s to 21s for buy 2. Okay, gold. I think gold, we're going to be dealing with a seller at 45 to 50 and a buyer in the 30 to 35 area. And that's the way that we will play it. So I'd like to get long against 30, playing for a retest of the breakout. To see if we could go back and take out today's highs. So if we don't rally the market up in the overnight and tomorrow early, I think end of the week profit taking is the dynamic, and that could be what takes us down in the area. So the breakout came at 33. So if we're going to right here, so 33, 35. Actually, let's make it 30, 33 for buy 1. Let's give it a little room. Pretty big market. Then 25, 27 for buy 2. On the sell side, last rotate up stopped at 39, then 41, then 43. So we'll make 40, 42, sell 1. And 45, 47 where we were this morning for sell 2. And we did a pretty good job of catching gold this morning. When you have these huge moves overnight, there's a reason they stop where they do. A lot of that is the inside information that the market makers have. They know where the bids and the offers are, and they're able to run it pretty far. So you're at a support or resistance level, and you need to remember that. You'll say, my God, I can't fade this. Market's moved too much. Looks like it's really going to move some more. Then it doesn't. And you scratch your head. And the reason is the big money, the market makers, know where the resting buy and sell orders are, and they're not going to challenge those. They've already made their money overnight. And they really, their interest really isn't so much in catching the big moves. Their interest is making the spread between the bid and the offer hundreds of times a day. That's another thing most people don't appreciate. Okay, crude rallied right back. We're at 103. That's where the break in the market is. So our sell's going to be 3, 3 1/4. And 350, 375. And the only reason we're selling 3, 3 1/4 is it's resistance. Keeping it simple as I can. The buy side, the breakout came at 102, 102 1/4, so 102, 2 1/4, and then 101, 50 to 75 where we had hoped to buy it this morning. So we'll open it up a little bit on the downside on the assumption that this 103 level is going to hold. So there's your sell 1, sell 2. On the buy side, 102, 2 1/4. And then 50 to 75. Okay, last and least so far, the last couple of weeks, is the darn euro. I mean, it's a 136 minus buy, and it's a 136.50 sell, and I don't think that's going to change. I don't see why people are buying it below 136, but I'm not the market. So we definitely have a B, and the market is pointed lower. The issue is, can they get stops below this 80 level over here? So we're going to make, might be a little cute, we'll make 75, 85, buy one. Let them get stops below the recent low, and then 50 plus or minus for buy two. Our sells are normal 15 to 25, and then our 40 to 50. I know it sounds like a broken record, but that's just the way the market has been operating, and it's hard to dispute where support and resistance currently lie. And multiple tests, and they've held. That's it, folks. July the 10th, 2014. I'll see you bright and early in the AM. Y'all have a great evening, and we'll try to shake that CME money tree one more time again tomorrow.